Hello, Chomba fraternity, and welcome back to yet another program of Chomba Talk. We are recording this program from Promise Place, and it's a petrol station that is on the highway on your way from Sagana towards Nairobi, next to Makutano. And you are welcome to sample our hospitalities, which includes a very good place to have a bite, and that is a Promise Kitchen. We also have a Promise Shop where you can buy something to bite or something to carry home. Then we also have a barber shop where you can have your hair taken care of. We also have a Promise Car Wash where you can wash your car on your way back to Nairobi. And we also have upcoming guest rooms that are of very high quality. Karibu sana to our place, and our signature offer is our restrooms. Come and sample our washrooms. You will never be disappointed on your way to Nairobi. This is to say, Promise Place is your choice stopover on your way to Nairobi from Mount Kenya region. God bless you. Today's topic is keeping a positive attitude, and my viewer and the entire Chomba Talk fraternity, I would want to first of all indulge you on the following. We are living in a time where things are very difficult. All around us, we are surrounded by issues that threatens our positivity, our worldview, and threatens us with toxicity towards life because of the things that we encounter every day. More so, I want to speak to the young generation, and by young generation, I mean anybody who is below 55 years, because at that point, you have a choice to make sure that you keep a positive attitude no matter what. It is open secret that the life that we are living today has been surrounded by a lot of issues and a lot of reasons as to why we can be negative. If you are a young person, those who are still in school, and those who are in college, and those who have just graduated, people are faced with a lot of uncertainties in life. You don't know what to do. You don't know the course to take. You've been hearing a lot of negativities about people who have schooled and they have not gotten jobs. You don't know where to begin life. Maybe your parents were not very well able. You've not been able to progress through schooling the way you would have wanted. And that can inform the way you see life. Other people have issues when it comes to relationships and with their siblings, with their parents. And this keeps making their view of life very negative and very toxic. I want to tell you that there's an end to this. And it is not an end that it is not something that will be given by somebody. You'll find that the people within the ages of between 25 and maybe 35, that is the age where most of them are looking to probably get life partners and get married and establish themselves in either their businesses or their career, and things appears not to be moving the way they would have wanted. Remember, when everyone is young, they always have a plan. And as they say in the world, every fighter has a plan until they get punched on the nose. So you realize that life somehow, when you have your plans, you have planned that by the age of 20, I'll have achieved this. Then 24, I'll have done my master's. I'll be working in a blue chip company. And by probably 28, I'll be doing my PhD. I'll have established myself in my career. And probably by then, I'll be getting married. By the time I'm 30, I have my baby. And probably by the time I'm 35, I have my 2 or 3 babies. And I have my family together and my career skyrocketing. Lo and behold, life sometimes have something else in store for you, because nobody promised you that life is going to be easy. And you realize that things do not turn out the way you would have wanted them to turn out. So this informs a lot of distortion into how you see life. Why? Because maybe the people you trusted most in your life did not come through for you. The people that you trusted most in your business did not come through for you. The people that maybe you work with have had some underhand dealings, and it has resulted into either you being censured at the place of work or being sacked altogether, or some people came and did some things at your business place. They borrowed and they never paid. They have not supported you. Other people are very bitter because they had expectations on a man. And the Bible is very clear that cursed is he who depends on another man. You start your own business and you are counting on people to support you, and they don't support you. You are there. You are probably engaged in further studies. You wanted people to support you. The friends that you thought that they would contribute towards your further studies, they did not. And this informs the way you see life in a very negative, and the way you see people in a very negative perspective. Others were having their wedding, so you put up a pre-wedding to organize for your wedding, and people do not turn up, and even those who turn up, they don't give as what you'd have wanted them to give. And so you have another attitude towards people and life in general. Maybe it is your church. You expected them to support you in a certain way, and they did not support you the way you'd have wanted, and this gives you an attitude towards people and life in general, and more so your church. So what I'm trying to say is that there are a whole lot of issues out there that works towards making us have a negative attitude towards life, and also makes us angry towards our fellow human beings and the people that we interact with. I want to tell you, without demeaning your feelings, that the world does not owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. In this life, you have to find your own space. And this what brings me to the topic of today: staying positive, having a positive attitude towards life. I'll put it to you that the way you view life is the way life reacts towards you. What you give to the atmosphere, what you give to people, is what they give back. What you give to the world is what it gives you back. Do not be this kind of people who are overly sensitive and expectant of people. People have their issues. People have their whole range of emotional and physical issues that they are having to deal with for them to think about you. And I would want to tell you, you are not special. Don't expect special treatment from people. In the eyes of so many people out there, you are a common man. And as such, they treat you as a common person. So I would want you I would want to indulge you to a new perspective of life. And this perspective of life is being what you expect people to be. The minute you start being what you expect people to be, then you change the atmosphere around you, and change the atmosphere and you change the eyes of those who look at you, and they look at you differently. The first thing that you must do is that you must value yourself. You must look at life in a way that you are a gift to humanity, and that must come from you. You must value yourself. Wear a positive attitude toward life. Do not be a person who expects people to treat you in a certain way. As I've told you, people have a whole range of issues that they are dealing with. They are not even done with their things. They are not even done with the issues that they are grappling with for them to even notice you. You'll be surprised that sometimes you do things and expect people to notice, and you realize they don't even notice, and then you get angry that they did not notice. It's because people have issues they are dealing with. Your life is in your own hands. And today I would want to ask you to look at life with new lenses. What are these lenses? The lenses of positivity. Life is full of negativity that for anyone that is positive is becoming very noticeable. Anyone that is positive is becoming very likable. Why? Because everyone is ridden with toxicity, either because of their own making or because of their surrounding, or having resigned to fate. So how do you become a positive attitude? How do you become a positive influence in this life? And how should it affect your life? There are a few tips that I want to give you. The first tip is that if you find yourself facing issues, commonize that issue. commonize the problems. You are not the first person to not to have school fees. You are not the first person kufungiwa nyumba. You are not the first person to be booted by the person that you are looking to marry. You are not the first person to lose money. You are not the first person whose business collapsed. Commonize this problem. Everybody is suffering something. It doesn't matter what it is. Somebody else have gone through it. So you are not the first one. And even now, as you go through what you're doing right now, somebody else is going through it. So you are not alone. When you commonize that problem, you get yourself to a place whereby you don't need special treatment. You don't need a woye. You don't need people to feel woye for you, because it is not uncommon for people to go through what you're going through. And I am not saying this to demean the effect of what you're going through, but the truth of the matter is you are not alone in what you're going through. It's just because people are quiet about what they're doing, or you don't know them who are going through what you're going through, but people are going through issues the same way you're going through. The other thing is you focus on success. Can you develop an attitude that you are successful? Speak it to yourself. Avoid people who are negative, people who speak and show you how bad things are. You already know that things are bad. You don't need people to remind you that you have dropped out of school because of school fees. You don't need people to remind you that you don't have money to pay your house rent. You don't need people to remind you that your relationship with your parents and your siblings is not great. You don't need people to remind you that you are booted, or you are divorced, or you have no money to pay for the school fees of your kids, or you have no money to pay for your house rent, or you have no money to do the things and start the businesses that you wanted to start. You don't need people to remind you. You already know. So keep off those people who keep on reminding you such things. They are not your friends. That kind of energy goes to your subconscious mind, and it starts to begin to make you feel sorry for yourself and recite to the fact that you are not good for anything. So please, whatever you do, focus on success. Discard or avoid friendship. Avoid people that will keep telling you how things are bad. You already know it. You don't need people to remind you. The other thing is that you cultivate a good and positive attitude. Speak to yourself that you're successful. Keep the company of people who speak positivity. I'll tell you this: success is not a place. Success is not an event. Success is an attitude of the mind. I speaking to you today, I have not achieved what I want to achieve, but my conviction that I'm successful is so strong that if you start to speak to me about how things are hard, you will not know how I dropped you. I keep positive attitude. I keep company of people who are doing great things, because I'll tell you this: even as things are hard the way they are today, there are people who are still making it in life. I want to be amongst them. It is a decision that you make. Then your reality will catch up with your mental status. You start with your mental status that informs your heart and the way you feel about yourself and life. Then your reality will catch up with you. You don't want to speak negative, because you speak negative, then the reality of life will catch up with you. Keep speaking negative. Does this mean that you're oblivious of the status of the economy? Does it mean that you're oblivious of the status of your pocket? No, it doesn't. But you choose deliberately to be positive about life. The other thing is to let things go. For you to keep a positive attitude, for you to maintain a positive attitude, you have to let things go. Yes, your friend betrayed you. Yes, your parent did not do this or the other for you. Yes, your spouse did this or that. Yes, your business partner swindled you. Yes, your friends at the place of work schemed against you. Please, we all know that is what happened. When you keep grudge, when you keep negative energy in your heart in terms of grudge and bitterness, it will make sure that it curtails your ability to cultivate positive attitude toward life. And the devil is very much aware that the minute that you are not grateful in your heart. I'll remind you of a scripture that says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. It does not mean seeing God in heaven. It means seeing God here, where we are. And that scripture does not speak to whether you are hurt by somebody or you hurt yourself. The Bible is very clear. The instructions of God is that you keep a clean heart, a pure heart, whether you are the one hurting or you are the one hurt. That does not, is neither here nor there in as far as that scripture is concerned. The instructions is to keep a clean heart. So let it go. Forgive. Let those issues go. And you'll see, you'll be amazed at how light you feel and how you attract positive people. Then connect with people who are doing what you would want to do in life. Connect with people who are getting where they are. Believe you me, today, you may be driving that old car. You may not even be driving. You may be using Futsubishi, as they call it in Bemta. But believe you me, today there's somebody who is buying a KDP, the latest car. And they're there. If you look on the roads, they keep on churning new cars. If you look around the estates where you live, buildings are coming up. If you look at the places of work, factories and new companies are setting up. These things are done by people. Keep the company of those people who are doing those kind of things. Avoid the companies of naysayers, people who will speak to negativity in your life. Please surround yourself with people who are doing great things. Let within your circle, you be the least of the people. Make sure that the people that you hang out with, you are among the least people in terms of success, because the others will propel you and incite your mind, incentivize you to succeed. The other thing, as you even make sure that you keep a positive attitude, is to pay it forward. Whatever you achieve in life, when you meet somebody, because I also know this is a true fact of life. If you're diligent, somehow you'll meet somebody who will assist you to do something. When you get assisted by somebody, make sure that you also pay it forward, because there's a secret that people don't know. When you help people in life, it leaves an indelible mark in your heart. I usually tell my friends that there is no selfless good act. Actually, good acts are very selfish. Why? Because whenever I help somebody, whenever I do something good to somebody, I am left feeling very good and positive about myself. I can help somebody. My life is worth something. My life counts for something because I can help somebody achieve something. Pay it forward. When somebody helps you, make sure that you help others so that you can also get that good feeling factor that boosts your energy, boosts your ego, boosts your life, and you'll never know how far it will go. So if you do those things that I've told you, they'll lead you to a few things that will make your life very positive. They will change your perspective, the way you see things. Then the next thing that will happen to you is that you'll develop self-compassion. You'll be able to appreciate yourself. You'll be able to look at the mirror and say that I like this guy. I like his destiny. I like where he's going. And before you know it, you are in love with yourself, so much so that you don't want somebody bringing negative energy into your life, because you preserve the image and the compassion you have for yourself. The other thing that will happen to you is that you'll not be taking things so personally. You'll not be taking things like everybody and the nature and everyone has conspired to offend you. No. You are important, but not that important for the world to conspire to offend you. No. The world has no grudge against you. What you're going through is what is common to people. So you pull yourself on your bootstraps and make sure that you forge forward and you'll achieve that which you want to achieve in life. The other thing is that you'll find yourself that you are happy with others. When you're happy with others, what will happen is a very good thing will happen to you. Once you create a positive attitude, you'll be happy with people, meaning you'll not be jealous of people. Hundreds of millions of people around the world are held down by jealousy. People are jealous of others in a way that you cannot even imagine. People do not want you to go ahead. People do not want you to get somewhere. Why? You're driving along a highway and you're driving at your own speed, and you're driving at 80 kilometers per hour, you meet somebody who's been driving at 70 kilometers per hour. You want to overtake them. For no reason, they accelerate. They are not going where you're going. You are not together. You don't know them. But for some reason, they feel like they don't want you to get ahead. For what reason? They have no idea also. It is something that have gotten embedded in people. Somebody see you doing something that you like, and they get jealous of it. You too, you see your friend doing something and you get jealous of them. Why? Today you see this video that I'm doing, and for some reason you are jealous of it, and all you can see is the negative things, is what not good about it. Why? Why burden your heart with all these kind of things? If you maintain a positive attitude towards life, you are not going to be jealous about people. And once you discard jealousy, you'll be so light that the flight of life, you'll be flying through it. So I want to welcome you to try and practice the few tips that I've given on this video, and you'll be amazed at how positive look your life will turn out. I want to welcome you to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of this kind of talks. It is called Chomba Talk. When you get there, you'll sample a number of videos that I've spoken about so many other issues about life, ranging from parenting to relationships, to relationship with parents, to politics, to business tips, and you'll be amazed at how much you can gather from those tips. You can also follow me on my social media platform, and on Facebook you'll find my name, Martin Chomba, and you can also find Chomba Talk on Facebook, and you also find Martin Chomba on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also call me on my WhatsApp number should you want to talk to me about anything, 0722 136 411. Keep it locked on Chomba Talk, and you'll keep sampling what God has in store for you through this medium and through this channel. God bless you, and keep it locked. Thank you.